So you're looking to make a lot of money in July? In this video, I'm going to cover the 8 stocks that I am buying right now for July 2025 to make a lot of money. These stocks I already own. Some of them I'm going to be adding to because I believe that buying these bicep over tricep is going to make you wealthier. Let's start off with the first stock, Nike. Right now, Nike has had a really nice increase. Nike stock is recovering very nicely, and essentially this stock was oversold. If you look at the 1 month chart here, the stock has had a huge increase due to some really good earnings. Now, I have a couple of positions here on Nike. So you'll notice that I have the 57.5 call option that I purchased. And this was a poor man's covered call strategy that I ran. And I ended up selling a call option that I purchased back for several $1,000s worth of profit. And now I have a 60 covered call right here. Let's take a look at my history. You can see I sold it for $3,000 and I ended up buying back for $890. So anyways, I've been profiting on Nike and I really like Nike stock going into July. I think that the stock has had some problems in the past, but things are getting a lot better. Let's look at the technical analysis real quick. Well, first of all, the market cap's 100 billion and the PE ratio is 33, which is, a bit higher than the S&P 500, but still I like this stock overall because they're getting their act back together. They're putting their business strategy back in place. They do have a yield of 2.2% and the earnings were very nice. So I think that management is finally getting things together and situated. Now, the quick chart here is that Nike has been in a downtrend for some time. You can see here, very consistent dividend, but very consistent downtrend as well. However, now we have found some stability here, and actually under $60 per share was a steal to purchase the stock. So overall, I'm bullish on Nike. Next stock I want to talk about is going to be Apple. Apple has had some bad performance, I guess. I wouldn't really say it's bad, but not the best performance. It's not at an all-time high like some of the other stocks that I plan to cover in this video, such as Palantir and Nvidia that I have been purchasing a lot of, right? Apple's a little bit different territory. We've actually gotten some news from JP Morgan, from some analysts that were saying that essentially they are, not as bullish because iPhone 17, they don't think sales will go well. No statistics behind that. They just said, we don't think iPhone 17 is going to really sell out. I kind of disagree. I think that Apple has a consistent product that they've been selling 16 iPhones in a row. So the 17th is going to do pretty well. And even if the stock is not $250 per share, we don't need that. As investors, as option traders, as passive income traders, we're looking for consistency. We're looking for some upside. And even if Apple in 2025 at the end of the year is trading for $220 per share, which is, basically right here at the moving average, $220 per share, that's fine, right? That means we get 10% upside, and if we're selling covered calls and stuff like that, we're gonna get maybe another few percentage. So if you can make 15% in the next 6 months on Apple, I mean, great. You have a bigger portfolio that you're scaling up. 15% of $1 million is $150,000, right? But obviously, that's a big portfolio. I'm talking about just even one contract here of a covered call on Apple, 220 for the year end. Very, very strong. So I'm looking forward to Apple. I do have a big position on Apple. I like transparency. So let's show my positions here. Apple, I have 3,000 shares. It makes up 16% of my public portfolio. I have several positions here. I'm up $7,000 on the options, and I have some covered calls at 200, which are slightly in the money. So I'm going to be looking at rolling this out, most likely to something like 205, maybe 210. We'll see on my call. By the way, if you want to master rolling, get better at rolling, and really which stocks to buy, how to manage your money, creating passive cash flow with covered calls, all of that good stuff, I have a boot camp. It's probably like your final chance right now to schedule a call in the first link in the description. We're almost full, so I don't know. Yeah, you can still schedule a call if you like. Yeah, so Apple right here, 200 covered call. Apple, I have 197.5 put option. And then I have a couple of call credit spreads. Everything is going incredibly well. You can kind of see based on my positioning that I'm slightly bullish on Apple. I think in July we're gonna have some good results. And overall, if the stock's at $208 per share, again, I'm just giving you some minimums, right? I'm giving you some really conservative, boring ballpark numbers because I believe boring is what gets the job done, right? The boring businesses make millionaires and billionaires. Look, I think if you got Apple at $205 to $210 per share range in July, great, you've made some money, right? Safely, right? It's not I get it, Nvidia and all that, I'm going to cover that later, is much more attractive for fast money, but I like slow money too. I like all money, you know what I'm saying? I like slow money, I like fast money. Nothing wrong with a little bit of diversification, right? So you see the call credit spread here, 215, 220. That's basically saying, hey, you know, I think Apple's going to go up, but not past 215 here in July. All right, 197.5 means that I'm good to buy Apple at 197.5. That means bicep over tricep. Give me some. Let me get it. Let me get some. All right, that's what that means. Simple, right? All right, so that's Apple. I think iPhone is going to do pretty well. The stock's going to be pretty stable. 2025, I am pretty bullish. All right, here we got Walmart. I wanted to go over Walmart. Walmart is almost $800 billion. The company is doing very well. Has a high PE ratio, but the growth is very good. The cash on the balance sheet is crazy. They got a lot of cash. And there's a lot of analysts that are bullish on Walmart. So we got 27, 26 roughly analysts as a buy. Some even have it as a strong buy, right? And they beat earnings slightly, you know, past 3 quarters. I think August 21st, we got some time. That's not in July, but leading up into July, again, I see a little bit of upside, right? You know, might not be as sexy as your other high hype stocks, but I really think that Walmart is good, and I got a lot of money behind Walmart. So if I go to my personal Walmart position, I got a whole lot of shares. I got 10,900 shares. Makes up, it's actually, I think it's my biggest position right now is Walmart. I got $1 million in it. I'm up $277,000. So, you know, for Discord members that have been in Walmart with me, congratulations, you've gotten your investment back 20, 30, whatever times. So yeah, Walmart is good. I like where the company's headed. I like their management. I like the valuation of Walmart, despite it being a little bit higher. I think that's all right. And this is a stock that I'm not personally buying because I already got enough of it. But, you know, not a financial advisor, but I am recommending you to, you know what, buy it. And yeah, profit off of it. I think if it's $105 per share, you know, you got a big portfolio, scaling it, great. You're going from, you know, low 6 figures, maybe it's 100K. You're trying to get to that 300K mark, the 500K mark, the 800K mark, then the 1 mil. And then if you got 1 mil, now you're going for multi-millionaire status, right? That's the whole goal of option trading. That's what I've done over the past 11 years. So yeah, making sure that you can get there as well. Next stock is American Airlines. This is a stock for all the small accounts, smaller portfolios, and bigger portfolios. I'm trading American Airlines all the time. They can't go bankrupt because, I mean, they're essential to the economy. How embarrassing is it if American Airlines goes bankrupt? So they can't, right? America would be like embarrassed from that. And anyways, this company can't go bankrupt. It's a great stock. It's been doing nothing, and I've been coaching for over 5 years now. Since I started my Discord community 5 years ago, okay, 5 years ago, I've been trading American Airlines. It's done nothing, and it's been great for the wheel strategy. It's been great for selling options. It's been easy money, easy. So yeah, I'm up 4% on it, but I'm in and out because I'm getting in and out of it with the wheel strategy. I got some 11 puts right now. It's basically flat. I'm even on them. I'm out of the money. Look, guys, sometimes I put out a lot of good nuggets on YouTube. A lot of times I have my best trades, my biggest trades privately in the Discord for those members that are paid. They're part of my Discord community. This is a trade which you can still make because you still got time when I upload this video, even though there's a little bit of a delay of maybe editing, whatever. It's fantastic because there's still a lot of time left, right? The expiration here is July 18th. So yeah, you're good to still open this up. In my opinion, American Airlines, powerful, big money that you can make consistently if you open up a lot of contracts. Of course, you know, position sizing, risk management, all those things are important. Now let's talk about Alphabet. I like Alphabet / Google, right? What I like about Google is search business is pretty strong. Yeah, there's a little bit of competition with, you know, ChatGPT and all and AI, but Google also has their AI coming in. You know, I think they're going to do all right, even though for me, I've been getting frustrated with Google lately. And I like AI a little bit more, like maybe a Perplexity or a ChatGPT or something. I'm not really searching as much, but I still think, of course, people are going to use Google for the long term. They're investing in AI. YouTube's obviously a very strong platform. Yeah, you guys are on YouTube right now. So I really like that part of the business, and Alphabet has had a really good performance. You know, in the 1 month, it's up 2.47%. But to me, that's good because if you're doing covered calls and you collect 2-3%, then you're up like 5% on Google. Okay, this is why you want to do option trading. It's because when you get a stock that just very slightly bullish, goes up a couple percentage points and you've sold covered calls close to the money, which is, what I tell all the students to do, that's what I teach, then you're making 5%, like you've doubled this return. So again, I mean, it's all about consistency and compounding. Compound growth looks like that, right? Anyone that's telling you that they can like double the money in a month or something like that is really just selling programs, scamming, other gurus out there, the option coaches. If they're promising you a lot and they're like, I got a 90%, 95% win rate, nah, it's really not like that. Yeah, you can do that 1 month or 2 months, but I'm talking about securing your financial future for the next 5 years, 10 years. Like you're just not going to be doubling your money every single month. You'd be richer than everyone in the world if you could do that consistently. So you can't. It's all about consistency, safety, and reducing your volatility, and that's kind of what I'm focused on. I think that's what makes me different from other coaches as well. Other coaches are looking to sell you the sexy part of option trading, which it is. I love option trading, and it's great, but you also need to pay attention to risk. Like I always put risk first, right? For me, it's because I have a bigger portfolio, I am looking to optimize on the risk side. That's really very important to me because it's all about consistency and lifestyle, and like I'm not looking to lose money. To me, it's more important to protect the money and preserve it, and then to grow a little bit slower versus getting a lot of volatility. And I think Google provides a fantastic opportunity for that. I just like Google a lot. Like if we look at the 6 months here, the stock is down. It's presenting a very good value. I wish I would have bought more. I don't have a whole lot of cash in my portfolio, but in July, I'm looking to purchase more Google. I think this is an investment that you really should be in. Okay, let's go into the 6th stock. It's going to be my popular holdings, more popular stocks that I'm covering, and everyone likes this stock, and for good reason. Palantir has great performance. This company is essential because as we have conflicts in the Middle East, as the conflict continues in Russia, in Ukraine, there's India and Pakistan, etc. All governments are realizing, hey, the world that we live in, there's a lot of conflict. In intelligence, defense intelligence is very important, and Palantir does that. They're going to continue to win big contracts from governments. They're going to continue to scale their AI capabilities. Their commercial sector is very strong. And I think it's no surprise, despite any conflicts, despite any tariffs, I really don't see any risk for Palantir. This is kind of like that golden goose, which has a high PE ratio, but it really doesn't matter. It's had a high, look, what's crazy? It had 650 PE ratio. Now it's higher and the PE ratio is less. So, the people that say it has a high PE ratio and stuff, they don't know what they're talking about, because it really doesn't matter when the company is growing, has big shoes to fill, but this is like the Michael Jordan of AI. When you see a company like that, paying a high PE ratio is fine. Right now, Palantir has had a little bit of a pullback. So I think it's an interesting opportunity if you don't already have a lot of Palantir to add to the position going into July. I really do believe that this is a $250 stock. And, maybe at the end of 2026, it's hard to time, but it has a lot of opportunity. So whenever I'm working with folks that have hundreds of thousands of dollars and they want to scale fast, I'm like, look, we got no further to look than Palantir to NVIDIA. All right, so let's go into NVIDIA, which is going to be the next stock. NVIDIA, I've been telling you guys, I'm flooding your pockets with money. Like your pockets should be like full of cash. You should be like, Henry, thank goodness I'm subscribed, because you've been talking about NVIDIA since it was under $100 per share. So this stock has made so much money, I don't even know what to say. It is the best stock that you could be purchasing in July. It really is. So NVIDIA over the past 1 month has 16% performance. Like, you're scaling your wealth super fast by being invested in NVIDIA because of AI. I said in January, this is the year of AI. And we're seeing that. We're seeing stocks, no matter what volatility comes into play, they are hitting all-time highs. Like, a lot of people were very concerned with NVIDIA here. It was under $100. And I understand, I get it. Emotionally, it's tough, but you should be buying NVIDIA hand over fist, really. And in July, I think it's another good opportunity. Despite it being at all-time highs, you should check out the video that I made on leaps, which I've already honestly doubled in value. So congratulations on that. And some of the sell put positions that I've also recommended. I have some sell puts in my portfolio. So yeah, very strong stock that I'm recommending in July as well. Now, last stock is going to be SoFi. This stock, I like fintech a lot, and I think this stock is headed towards $20 per share. It's good to see this stock also kind of heading up to, what was it, a 1 year? Yeah, a 1 year high. So we're about to hit a 52-week high very shortly here. So you want to be invested in the company, and I plan to make another video on SoFi very soon. So if you want to see that video, make sure that you subscribe. I'm going to make a video going into detail why I like this stock so much very soon. But anyways, let's make some money in July, and I'll catch you tomorrow or very soon.